Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How are you all doing today? How's it going? Welcome to the show. Yeah, I'm out on the trail late today again. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of good stuff going on. It's all positive. Sun's going to be going down, so I'm only going to be doing 3 miles today. It's going to start to get a little dark before I even get off the trail. Only doing 3 out of the 3.5 miles I normally do. But hey, they got a John Deere in here and they trimmed this. That's good. It's all good. Fantastic. I hope you've all had a great day. How you doing, body repair guy? I'm really glad that you like positivity. That's wonderful. Great to hear that. And thank you for being here. Um, yeah, lots of stuff going on. It's all good. Some stuff I'll talk about, other things I'll talk about another time. There's a time and a place for everything, and that's going to be a future topic I do, probably from one of my walks. There's a time and a place for everything, including sharing things that you want to share, right? I got to show you this again today. This is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That is absolutely fantastic. Let's roll because that sun is really starting to go down. We're going to lose daylight. The sun goes down about 8:19, 8:20 right now. And I'm not going to be off the trail probably till about 8:35, 8:40. Now, once the sun does go down, once the sun sets, you still have a good 15, 20 minutes of light, maybe 30 minutes, but I I don't like to cut it close. And when you're busy doing lots of positive and great things, as an entrepreneur, you always cut everything close. You always cut everything close as an entrepreneur because you're on what I like to call, and many other people like to call, entrepreneur time. You're on entrepreneur time. There it is, no pets. See that? So I wouldn't lie in the past when I said, hey, no pets. And people sometimes bring their pets on this trail. It's freaking annoying. But anyway, the water's full today. Look at how beautiful that is. I just can't complain. Welcome to episode number 783 of Walking with Purpose Live. My name is Elias Melas, but you can call me Eli for short, and I am the president and founder of the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short, where we help people with their personal development and personal improvements, same thing. We also like to connect people personally and professionally. We help people make the transition from being a W-2 employee in the corporate world or working for somebody else into becoming a self-employed entrepreneur. We help you make that transition, the business side of things. On the personal side of things, we help people, find that true love. And if they're not having, good luck finding that true love, we help assess what they're doing wrong, and we give them tips and suggestions on what would better their chances of finding that special love. That's what we do. And if you have not been around for a little while, I've been talking about this for the last week or so and started making the transition a few days ago. That both of the channels that Don and I run out here have changed their name. We've rebranded. It's not even really considered a rebrand because everything was already under the umbrella of the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short. We kind of consolidated. And so the main channel, which used to be called Coach Elias Melas, is now called GNA, Genuine Personal Development. And the way you could tag us in is at GNA Personal Development. This channel here used to be called Coach Eli 2 Authentic Live Streams. This is now called GNA 2 Genuine Live Personal Development. Once again, it's called GNA 2, Genuine Networking Association 2, Live Personal Development. Sorry, Genuine Live Personal Development. And you can tag us in on this channel now by typing in at GNA 2 dash Live Personal Development. So with that being said, let's get to episode number 783 of Walking with Purpose Live. And today I'm going to be talking about what makes me happy. And I'm also going to be asking you folks what makes you happy on the flip side. So if you're here in the chat and you feel up to it, let us know what makes you happy. What floats your boat? What gets you through your days? For me, happiness has become very simple. And it's very difficult to understand this. It was very difficult for me to understand this. I would say even 5 to 10 years ago. I started to understand what I'm about to tell you folks in my early 30s, but I really didn't fully appreciate what I'm about to say and accept it until the last maybe 5 to 10 years. And I've done lots of personal development myself. Read many self-help books. Followed many self-help / personal development coaches like Tony Robbins and Coach Corey Wayne and Coach Dan Bacon out here on YouTube. He just goes by Dan Bacon, but he's a coach. And Coach Craig Kenneth is another phenomenal coach. He's a life coach and psychotherapist. Phenomenal guy. Happiness stems within yourself. I find happiness just by being alive. And that may sound stupid or cliche to many of you. But that's where happiness is supposed to stem from. If you are not happy with who you are, deep inside, internally, if you're not happy with who you are, then how do you expect to attract happy people around you? Right? You know, I used to be involved in a lot of drama out here on YouTube, unwillingly, right? More so to defend myself against a group of people that are still coming at me to this day. And I'm not here to talk about them today. I don't really care. I've worked past that. But a lot of these people like to spend most of their days attacking other people for whatever reason, right? And trying to do things or say things about these people to harm them in some way, shape, or form, right? And no matter what they say, sometimes they'll come at me for even saying what I'm about to say. No matter what they say, they do this because they're fucking miserable. They're fucking miserable. They have no self-love. They can't find happiness within themselves. So they try to achieve their happiness by talking shit about other people on YouTube, trying to knock them down, trying to take their channels down, trying to get them in trouble legally, whatever it is, right? That's what these people try to do, right? And the only reason why I ever even got involved with people like that is because I felt sorry for them. I felt bad for them. It's not even feeling sorry. It's like I feel bad because my mindset was like theirs in my younger days. In my younger days, I didn't love myself. And if I look back to how I felt back in my teens and early to mid 20s, where I didn't love myself as much as I do today, and I'm happy within myself as much as I am today, I realized I was fucking miserable. And that's how I can identify these people are truly fucking miserable, right? When they try to trash other people or try to criticize the great things other people are trying to create, right? I'm not going to mention any names, but there have been some people that have already started to criticize, my rebrand and all that. And quite frankly, like I've been saying to all of you that want to criticize me for stupid shit or anyone else, go fuck yourself. Heck, don't even do that because I don't even think you're worthy of fucking yourself. Because you're a sad and miserable human being. And you want to come out here on YouTube and try to cure your blues by trying to knock people down that you perceive to be better than you. Right? Try to knock them down to your level or below your level so you can feel better about your miserable fucking self or selves, right? Hey Tia, how you doing? Hello Tia. Hello Elias, says Tia. Hi Bay Area Paraguay, says Tia. Bay Area Paraguay Raleigh says hello Tia. Welcome everybody. Like I said, when I was younger, I used to do the same things a lot of these people do on YouTube nowadays. I used to try to knock people down a few pegs because I knew they were better than me at something, and it made me jealous. It made me insecure. It made me feel not worthy or worth less. So what I try to do, I try to trash talk them to other people that were associating with them, right? The truth of the matter is I was fucking miserable. I didn't love who I was. I wasn't happy with myself. You see, the only reason why any human being would trash talk another human being The only reason why any human being would trash talk another human being in the ways that people do out here on YouTube is because they lack self-love. They're miserable. They're unhappy about themselves, either completely or somewhat unhappy about themselves, right? they find pleasure through trying to give you, their intended target, pain. I think your rebrand fits the genre you're doing. The banner looks nice. I like channel art. Well, thank you. Thank you, Raleigh. I'm not a graphics designer, but I've been using Photoshop for over 20 years, and I also use Microsoft Publisher. No, I don't use MS Paint like some people say I do. MS Paint is garbage. I actually use professional tools like Photoshop. I've even used Adobe Illustrator. And Microsoft Publisher is really good too. Microsoft Publisher has a lot of great templates in there if you want to create like brochures and stuff like that, but you can also create banners and images, but it wasn't intended to do that. But thank you, Raleigh. Yeah, I was playing around with the colors. I had a black background, and now I changed it to like more of a lighter navy bluish type of color. You know, wanted to have something solid, something simple, easy to read. Put the logo on there, and something that will not get cut off on any device. So even if you go on mobile, you can see my full channel art on mobile. It fits perfectly. Now, if you're on a laptop or desktop, you'll see blue on the left and right side. If you're on a TV and you see the channel art, or like a tablet or something, you're gonna have a little more space. But there's a publisher template. If anyone wants it, I do have it. You could probably still find it out somewhere today. There's a publisher template that has grid lines, and they tell you, you know, how you make your channel art, how it will be viewable across all devices. And what you want to do is ensure it fits perfectly on mobile, which is the smallest section, because mobile is where most people are going to see your channel art and everything. And you don't want any of that getting cut off. If anyone wants that template, you can go ahead and email me, eliasmelas at genuinenetworkingassociation.org. Link is below in the description and in the About section as well. Again, please email me at eliasmelas at genuinenetworkingassociation.org from this point on. The Coach Eli at coach@eliasmelas.com email will not be deleted, but it will be inactive, and it's going to have an autoresponder on it soon saying, please direct all future emails to eliasmelas at genuinenetworkingassociation.org. I use Fireworks. Is that a like a Photoshop type of program, Raleigh? Whatever works for you or anyone else. I think the best program to use, even though it's the costliest, is Adobe Photoshop. The Adobe suite is a phenomenal suite. Like honestly, if you're a business owner, even a small business owner, you've got to have the Adobe suite. You also need to have Microsoft Office. You got to have those two. It helps you stay organized, and it allows you to create professional documents. Like Microsoft Word is one of the best programs to compose a letter with the formatting and the autocorrect and suggestions and all that is just phenomenal. There are other programs you can use that work okay, but I'm telling you folks, you get what you pay for. It's an Adobe program that came in the CS4 suite package. I was a programmer back in the day and would use Dreamweaver. Oh yeah, I used Dreamweaver too. Yeah, wasn't Dreamweaver by Adobe? Yeah, Dreamweaver was a great program where you could style your website, and then wouldn't it automatically convert it to CSS for you as well? You had a lot of options, and you could even publish through Dreamweaver, I believe. It's been a long time. Excuse me. My apologies. I remember Dreamweaver, Raleigh. That was actually top notch back then. I think nowadays most people use WordPress, but some people will still, code their own websites outside of WordPress and stuff like that. So yeah, no, it's I remember that, man. Wow. Time flies, man. Sun is really starting to go down. I got a boogie woogie to get my 3 miles in. Anyway, so primarily, I find my happiness deep within. Now, does that mean I'm not going to have crappy days every now and then? No, we all have our good and bad days. But it's how we process those bad days, right? Are we going to let them bring us down, slow us down from what we're trying to accomplish, or are we just going to say, hey, it is what it is. It was a shitty day. Big fucking deal. Let's move on, right? My websites are WordPress, and it makes a good e-commerce website. Yeah, no, WordPress is great. There are so many premium templates you can get. Even the ones that come with WordPress are pretty good now, but I've got some premium templates that I've been using, and I'm in progress of recreating a lot of websites. The genuinenetworkingassociation.org website is going to be revamped because it still has a lot of my leaders from the days we ran networking events, and most of those people are still a part of the organization. But the website needs to be revamped because we have, and I've started to work on it. I was working on it earlier today. I changed the logos to the new GNA logo, which is similar to the original logo. And I added personal development to the site, and it's really not that great, but it's okay for right now until I get more time to go in there and revamp the whole thing. There's a lot of information on the genuinenetworkingassociation.org website, and a lot of the content that I've created on there, a lot of the podcasts that were on an internet radio station I used to collaborate with back in the days. Those internet radio stations are no longer around. They were not run by me. I was just helping run them. But I have rights to the content, and all the content is on demand on the genuinenetworkingassociation.org website. I used to run a show called GNA DCN Member Spotlight, and we did I think 140 episodes or something like that. They're all on demand. I also had I had 3 or 4 other entrepreneurs that did their own shows on the internet radio stations I used to collaborate with the DCN on, another organization that's no longer around. But all that content is still there. It's going to remain there. It just needs to be revamped. But yeah, thank you for bringing that all up, Raleigh. Yeah, there's a lot to do and a lot of great programs to do it through. It's just finding the time to sit down and do it. Yeah, I'm gonna cut it close today because look where the sun's at right now. So, what other things make me happy? Because, a lot of people have asked me, what makes you happy, Eli? It seems like you're always running around. When do you find time to enjoy life, even with your girlfriend? Your girlfriend's going through a lot of medical stuff. How in the world are you happy? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you how I'm happy and why I'm happy. Because I choose to fucking be happy. I choose to be happy. I choose who I want to be around, spend my time with, regardless of their health conditions or whatever. Right? When it comes to my girlfriend, Dawn, I love Dawn without conditions. I love Dawn, and I love being around her. She loves being around me. And I know Dawn's worth, and she knows my worth. We're a great team. Yes, is she going through some health things right now? And is she taking care of them? Yes. And there are some really positive updates on that. I'm not going to share them here today. Hey, Helmet Boy, how you doing? Thank you, Tia. Thank you, Sandra. Miserable fucking people that need to continue creating content or need to continue creating stock accounts to be happy. Some dude comes in here and says there's a mountain lion behind you. And listen, it would be almost impossible for a mountain lion to be on this trail. This is very much out of their natural habitat. Their natural habitat is 1,500 feet of elevation or higher. When they come down to this level, they're more dangerous, but they'd have to go over the freeway overpass to get over here, and they would be seen by that point. What a dumb idiot. You want the mountain lion to come and eat me up, so it makes your pathetic, miserable life feel better? Like, would it make you feel better if a mountain lion ate me? You miserable fucking clown. Yeah, you miserable people see a show on happiness, and because you're so fucking miserable and you don't want to try to find peace, solace, and happiness, you gotta come and troll and say dumb shit and try to distract or upset other people, which you're not upsetting me, but you try to do dumb shit just as your pathetic attempt to desperately try to find happiness, right? I'm going right to the end there, and I'm turning around because see that sun? It's about to go behind that mountain. And after that, we've literally got about 20 to 30 minutes of light. It's going to be dark right when I'm coming off the trail. It's all good. It's all good. There you go. Let me see here. Proud Bad Dragon, nice to see you. Nice sunshine. Something that Ghost wishes he can see, but he's allergic to the sun. Proud Bad Dragon, right? Who the hell is Ghost? And when you're talking like that, it's telling me that you're trolling too. So who's Ghost, and how'd you find out about the channel? What is your purpose of being here? Are you a miserable human being that creates multiple Google accounts every day to troll happy people like myself that you wish you could be like, motherfucker? Is that what it is? That sign over there is blocking the sun. Jenny, is that the real you? Because your main account is blocked here. Is that the real you? Might have been the real her, but we don't want her around anyway because you sold out, Jenny. If that is the real you, Jenny, you can email me and let me know. I know I know your real email. So if it's a troll, I'll know it. I know your actual email. So if that was the real you, Jenny, you can email me and let me know. My new email is eliasmelas at genuineeverkingassociation.org. The other email I'm going to stop. I'm gonna basically stop monitoring it very soon. Know that account was made 1 minute ago. No, it's probably a troll. Probably people trying to start things up, and it's just not going to work. But if that is the real Jenny, then we're not interested in having you come back. We're not interested in two-faced people. We're looking to connect with reasonable people, regardless of your situation. Okay? It doesn't matter what you're going through. It matters if you're reasonable or not. And you are an unreasonable person, Jenny, and that's probably somebody just trying to derail the show. And it doesn't matter. You're not derailing my show. My show is about dealing with people. My show has a lot to do with human behavior. And it's all about personal development and personal improvement, right? And how to handle stupid, dumb fucking people that are grown-ass adults, and they come out here on YouTube and spend the majority of their time every day creating fake accounts to troll and try to kick down good people they perceive better than them or wish they could be like, right? Right? But yeah, Dawn makes me very happy. I love having Dawn in my life. Dawn is someone that I trust fully. I'm not saying I didn't trust any of my other past exes, but Dawn is someone I trust more than all of my other exes combined. I know Dawn's intentions are pure, and that's what I love about Dawn. And she brings happiness to me despite what she's going through. And there's a lot of good stuff. Like I said a few minutes ago, before these miserable clowns came in here and wanted to get a few words in before Tia and Sandra, our world-class moderators, removed them, right? Don and I will do a show at some point. I'm thinking within the next 3 to 7 days, we're going to do a show. I know the ladies have a conference call planned over the next few days again. But Don and I will do probably a show from the couch very soon. And she'll update you folks. We've actually had a very good start to the week, starting yesterday with, the call with her psychologist. So, Dawn brings me happiness because I can go do a walk, do a stream, run my errands for a few hours, and then come back home. And then I miss her and I see her and I'm like, I'm glad you're here. Having someone to come home to is an amazing feeling. I'm sure a lot of people agree with that. Then you have some people out here, or many people that say, oh, I don't need anyone, I'm happy being alone. No one wants to be alone. Alice Weilers. All the trolls are here today. Alice Weilers, welcome to the channel. How'd you find out about us, honestly? My family makes me happy. Family's very important to me. Without my family and support of my family and me supporting them too, it would be a lot more challenging to be happy. That I'm not going to lie about. Family is critical to happiness. And what happens when you're dealing with stuff like Dawn's been dealing with, when people like her mother and her daughter, two of the closest people in her family, are basically just treating Dawn like she's non-existent, right? Blaming Dawn for everything, including their mistakes, right? What do you do in that situation? You have no other choice but to walk away. You got to walk away and let them figure out and realize what they're losing, what they're missing, and they'll come back to you when they're ready. I searched bringing happiness into life. Tia, can you check when that channel was created? If that channel, Alice Willers, was created today, can you ban them? because you're bullshitting me that you search so closely like that. Don't fuck with me, okay? Don't come here. Don't come here and try to troll someone that's untrollable. I'm not going to let you waste my breath when you're not going to ever donate or ever going to use any of my advice. 1 month? You think they're trolling, Tia? I think they're trolling. I don't think anyone would search for something like that. Search to bring happiness into life. That's garbage. I'm not buying that. Tia, go ahead and remove them. I don't like when people bullshit how they find the channel. Because they take part of the title. Would you agree, Tia? Or what are your thoughts? You leaning more towards troll or not troll? Who the hell goes on YouTube search and says and types in bringing happiness into life? I searched bringing happiness into life. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to let you fucks buddy troll me and waste my energy when I can save my energy for people that truly want the help. Right? What else makes me happy? Going on these walks makes me happy. Running my YouTube channels and my personal development business and the G&A makes me happy. What makes me happy is doing nice things for people, putting smiles on people's faces, helping people that are struggling to get better by uplifting them. And some people, many people actually, that are very lonely and all alone and feel like they have no one around, right? Or they're sheltering themselves. Those are the types of people that I come out here and say, hey, you got a friend here in Don and I and the rest of the people that are here. It makes me happy helping those people that feel they're all alone. And maybe they are all alone because most other people in this world only give a shit about themselves. Over here, we care about everyone. We care about everyone's well-being and happiness, and we don't want anyone to be alone. Here at the GNA, at the Genuine Networking Association, no one is alone. No one stands alone anymore. And that's what I want to put out here again. If you feel you are alone and you have nowhere to go, you're tired of drama, you're tired of being miserable, you're tired of whatever BS you're going through, come over here. Spend a little time over here, and I promise you, within a few weeks, you'll be on your way to feeling amazing and happy. We will help you learn to better love yourself. And once you start loving yourself, that's going to change everything in your life. Whoops. So those are a bunch of things that make me happy. What makes you happy? Raleigh, Tia, anyone else that's here, ODN, if you're driving around listening like you normally do, anyone else that's here, what makes you happy? Now, here at the GNA, we're going to start to do some conference calls that people are going to have to sign up for and verify who they are. They're going to be free. Some of them are going to be free. Some will be paid. And we're probably going to do them via Zoom or some other conference call method. It's probably going to be via Zoom. And we're going to start to take a lot of this stuff off of YouTube because in order to focus on improving ourselves, we've got to stay focused and not get distracted by people that are not ready to improve themselves, right? By grown-ass adults that, want to come out here and say stupid things, right? And the stupid things they say, they're probably worse offenders than their trolling methods, right? This is what's really sad. What's really sad is the people that troll and the things that they say or accuse us good people while they're trolling, they're worse offenders of their own trolling, right? Whether it's aesthetically looking and all that stuff or their attitude or whatever, right? And here's the thing. At this point, Don and I are very happy together. I talked with Don earlier today. We had a great conversation. And, Don was like, look, it is what it is. I love my family. I miss my family. But you know what? I can't keep thinking about them. When they're ready to come back, they're ready to come back. I said, God bless you, babe. You're right. We will focus. There's a jackrabbit. Now, if you think that jackrabbit's going to eat me, it's the same jackrabbit that was here the other day. Anyway, Don's like, we need to focus more on our relationship and building this business and helping people that are open to help. TS says, I had a wonderful life. When you lose your family in a year, it's hard to be happy. Everyone is different. Everyone's in different situations. Being alone in something, being final is very different. No, you're right about that, Tia. You're right about that. Again, I'm sorry for your loss. What I will say, Tia, is you are handling your situation and you're grieving. You're handling it very respectfully and very maturely. And your intentions are not to harm anyone. And this is a lot about how you were raised and the type of person you are and the types of morals, values, and ethics you have. What we need to do is help the rest of everyone else, leading by example and showing these people that, hey, it all starts within you and loving yourself, treating others the way you want to be treated, and having a morality check every now and then, and sitting back and thinking before you take any actions how your actions are going to affect other people, right? Everything that Don and I do, we take into great consideration how it's going to affect other people. Most people are not like that, right? But yeah, so, Dawn wants to focus more on really building the GNA. She's really excited about this, and she's excited about the ladies group, and she wants to help us continue to grow it. It's going to keep growing. There's a lot more coming. I've been doing the rebrand, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to market it, but there are some things that are coming too. I'm going to start to simulcast you were blocked on your old account, but I really like Dawn and want to support her. Well, who are you? You've got literally 30 seconds to tell us what is your other account, or I will block you again. If you're true about wanting to support Dawn, you have to support Dawn in their package deal. If you don't support me, then you don't support Dawn. But who are you? You've got 20 more seconds. Forgive yourself. Who are you? 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Forgive yourself. Who are you? What's your real account that's been blocked? 5 seconds and you get blocked again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're out of here. Dawn and I are a package deal. If you support her, but you don't support me, then you support none of us. If you don't support Dawn, yet you support me, then you don't support none of us. We're a package deal. You accept us as a couple, as a team, or you get the fuck out. That's the bottom line. And you can keep trying to get our attention for a little while longer, because at some point this is going to blow up beyond what you people can handle. Beyond what you people can handle. Like I was going to say a second ago, I'm going to start to simulcast my in-studio live streams to Facebook again, because I'm going to start to get my original GNA network involved again. And there are a lot of people that I miss dealing with in the personal development space / networking arena / entrepreneur arena, and they miss me too. I have not been as active on Facebook, but they're still there. And the moment I start simulcasting over there, some of them will come back and they'll see what we're doing. And we're going to focus more on interviewing these people and working with these people. And these people, they ignore trolls and bullshit. They know who I really am. And there's just a lot more positive stuff to focus on. The vision of the GNA is well beyond what even I can imagine. The vision is astronomical. The changes that I want to make, along with Don, who's running it right alongside me, and other people that we have here right now, like Tia and Sandra and Queen Helen Casey. Okay. The vision, I can only talk for myself, but the vision that I have is endless. It's endless to bring more happiness to people's lives. personally and professionally. There are so many ways we can do it, and we have so many resources to do it. The amount of resources that the GNA has, not just from my own personal resources and Don's resources, but the resources of the people that I met in person here when I used to run in-person networking events years ago for 6 years. I'm connected with all these people on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and many other places. The resources these people have are combined resources. There's nothing that we can't help people with, right? There's nothing we can't help people with to help better their lives and make them happier, right? We can help people get what they want and what they need at the most affordable prices through the network, and we can support them spiritually, mentally, emotionally. And help them learn to love themselves by just being there for them, right? By just being there for people and understanding what they're going through and truly understanding their wants and needs, their desires, and what they feel they're lacking, etc., right? I still got 3 miles in today. I don't know how I'm getting these walks in with the amount of work I've had lately. I've just had so much to do. And, I've been helping Dawn communicate with some of her doctors. I've had to write some pretty long emails and stuff. And, we're trying to figure out, Dawn's medication and trying to get her on a better, better diet and stuff. And that just started yesterday, and it seems to be working. I've just been tirelessly communicating with Dawn's doctors because Dawn's still struggling with, blurred vision. It's gotten a little better, but not much. And so, she has an appointment with an eye doctor next week. So, we're going to see what happens after that. But because she's not able to see us clearly, I am writing all those emails and stuff on her behalf with her permission. And I'll just put it out there to those that care or are pretending to care and don't understand the whole situation. Dawn is being taken care of as best as possible. There are some people that, I'm not going to mention names, there are some people that have emailed me, and there are some people that have made some comments that I've removed from the channel because we want to keep it positive. But a lot of these people, have attacked me saying that, I haven't done the right thing to take care of Dawn. I've done everything I possibly can. It just takes time to sometimes get through to someone. And people go back and forth regarding their progress of working through whatever they're working through. And that's what's happened with Dawn. And now she is really, really setting her mind. There you go. Hey, buddy. There's another jackrabbit right there. She's really, truly set her mind that she's going to do whatever she can to better her nutrition and everything else that she's been struggling with to get completely 100% healthy by the end of the year. She has my support. She's always had my support. And look, even though a lot of people that have reached out to me, I haven't responded, haven't acknowledged my name or anything. This is the first time I'm talking about it. I'm sure you folks are still watching. Everything's under control. And I understand everything that you folks have written to me in your emails. And what I don't like about you folks is that you folks attack me because of some things I've said and done on YouTube in the past that were just done to defend myself against other stupid fucks like you, right? You guys automatically discredit me thinking I'm not capable of taking care of someone because of some other YouTube stuff that I was a part of years ago that I was forced into and overreacted a few times. Dawn is doing great. Everything is all good. She's heading in the right direction. Everyone goes back and forth initially. Everyone is going to struggle initially, right? With Dawn, it's been medication and nutrition. It's not other things that you folks assume. Just put it that way. But anyway, today's July 30th. We've got today and tomorrow to end the month. And Don and I are about a couple $100 short of our goal. And that's okay. If we don't make it, not a big deal. At least we came close. I'll find other ways to make another $200 in the next few weeks. But between today and tomorrow, these are the last 2 days of the month. For super chats, super stickers, channel memberships and all that. Super thanks on the pre-recorded videos and live stream replays. Last 2 days for them to go through July when we get paid in August. So if you folks feel it in your heart and soul and you want to send a few dollars to help support Dawn and I, we would greatly appreciate it. Everything right now is going through the GNA. We are not a nonprofit at this point, but even when we become partially a nonprofit, it's still a business and we still get paid. The difference between a nonprofit and a for-profit organization is you get tax exempt status on the tax exempt things you do, because you're helping people, typically for free based on donations, right? You're like a charity, and that's exactly where I want to completely take the GNA one day. My goal is to more than likely take it to 100% a nonprofit, because for me, it's never been about getting rich and having all the lavish stuff. It's about making enough money to survive. You can still make a few $100,000 a year, $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 a year running a nonprofit as a founder. Just depends how well the nonprofit does. As long as you're taking care of all your obligations before paying yourself, there's nothing wrong with paying yourself a good salary. So there's no difference in the way you run a business between a for-profit and nonprofit. The difference is you get tax exempt status when you're doing, charity type of work, when you're helping people at little to no cost, right? The only times you charge for things is when you need a little more money from people to subsidize the donations that the nonprofit is funding what you're doing, right? It's a beautiful night. Look at this. I love this time of the night. It's right before it's about to get totally dark. And the low light compensation is doing great. The auto exposure, low light compensation. Folks, get your final questions, comments, and concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air in just a little bit here. Tomorrow, I'm going to be recording an interview with Kevin, who runs the Gig, Drive, and Thrive channel. It's going to be pre-recorded, and it'll be released on his channel, I don't know, at some point after we record it tomorrow. I'm supposed to be recording it tomorrow at around 10 a.m. Pacific time, which is 1 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to do that on my laptop in high quality. Kevin's a really good guy. If you want to subscribe to a really good family man that does gig work, at least as part of his income, go subscribe to Gig, Drive, and Thrive. GIGTHRIVE and the ant symbol THRIVE, and his name is Kevin. And as I've gotten to know Kevin, he seems to be a pretty good guy. He's got a busy life. He's got kids and a wife, and he's got a lot going on, just like I do. And I appreciate you, Kevin, that you see value in working with me, and I promise you I'll provide as much value as possible. Now, I hope that no one has paid off Kevin to interview me like this. I doubt that. I'm just saying, Kevin, you never know. With the amount of people that have been paid to come at me, it's just unbelievable. Now there's somebody here that's turning. This is a flatbed tow truck that had to turn around. I'm going to wait here for a second. Has he come into the chat? Yeah, he's been in the chat before, Tia. Yeah, Gig, Drive, and Thrive. He's been in the chat before. He used to be a mod here, but I removed a lot of moderators because I was having some issues with some rogue mods. But I'm going to re-moderate him and a few other people. I'm going to be much more cautious on who I moderate lately, who Don and I moderate, because, you know, we're really working hard to get this rebrand in full motion, and right now it's the transition period, Tia, so you're not really seeing as many active people chatting here. I think what's happening is a lot of the haters and stuff that were here for the wrong reasons, right? Even some of the people that were here just to support Don, not supporting me, they're more so haters, right? A lot of them are not coming around anymore, and a lot of them are still talking a little bit about us, a little shit about us, but they're kind of fizzling off because they're realizing that the Coach Eli name is no longer around, and we're heading into a whole new world that's not going to suit them well for what they're trying to do, right? And so, you know, and there are going to be new people coming in, people from the past that I've met in person. There's going to be a lot of people coming in, and a lot of people I'm going to be interviewing and working with. I'm going to start to really do more interviews, and I'm probably going to do a bunch of those interviews pre-recorded and put them on the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development, the main channel, the one that used to be called Coach Eli, Elias, Melas. And here on GNA2, genuine live personal development. We're going to keep doing the live streams and some live interviews every now and then. But more than likely, a lot of the interviews that I do are going to be pre-recorded. And when you do stuff pre-recorded, it really puts a damper on trolling because it's not live. They can't screw up something that's already been recorded, right? So anyway, we're at 71 minutes, an hour and 11 minutes. I got to run, folks. I got to go and get some food, and then I'm going to go home, hang out with Don a bit, and then call it a night. Lots of good stuff coming. Some stuff, like I said at the beginning of the show, can't talk about yet, but hopefully soon. There's just a lot going on. And even though it appears like there aren't a lot of active people here, there are a lot of people watching. The haters and trolls, they're watching because there's really like no simulcast going on, or the people that are talking about myself and what's going on here, they're doing it at different times. They're not really even playing most of my content. They're not even showing videos. So the bottom line is, we're like in a weird transition period now, and things are starting to kind of actually definitely taper off, right? That's great because it's clearing the lane for everything that I've had planned for a while. And the people out there that want to continue to trash talk me and say that, hey, look, what is this? What's going on here? Blah, blah, blah. Just wait and see. Just wait and see. That's all I got to say. Tia, thank you for being here. Sandra, thank you for being here. You were moderating earlier, and anyone else that was watching behind the scenes. With that being said, have a good one. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.